by the United States. And later in the same visit, he said, and I quote him, that it is necessary to make a supreme effort in every country with the cooperation of all of the others. I want to express our great appreciation to the President for his generous words tonight, and also to the people of this city and to this country for their heartwarming welcome to Mrs. Kennedy and myself. I must say that though we are far from home, you made us feel at home. So we want to express our thanks to you and all of your citizens of this city and country. In 1934, one of the greatest of my predecessors, President Franklin Roosevelt, was the first president of the United States to visit this country. He came in pursuit of a new policy, the policy of the good neighbor. This policy, based on the ideas of Bolivar and San Martin and Santander, recognized the common interests of the American states and denied that any nation in this hemisphere had the right to impose its will on any other nation, and called for a great cooperative effort to strengthen the spirit of human liberty here in the Americas. I come here today, the second American president to visit Colombia in that same spirit. For our generation also has a new policy, the Alianza para el Progreso. Today, again, that policy calls for a joint effort to protect and extend the values of our civilization, going beyond the good neighbor policy to a great unified attack on the problems of our age. Today, again, we deny the right of any state to impose its will upon any other. And today, again, these new policies are based upon the vision and the imagination of the great statesmen of Latin America. The Alianza para el Progreso is designed to transform this hope into a reality. It calls for a vast and immediate effort on the part of all the Americans to satisfy the basic needs of our people for work and land and homes and schools. It expects within the next 10 years, the decade of development, to be well on the way to satisfying these basic needs. Much has already been done since the Alianza para el Progreso was announced on March 13th. And today at Techo, I saw some of the results of this effort. There, President Yaris and I, in the presence of the families of hundreds of workers, dedicated a housing project in which more than 80,000 people will, for the first time, know what it will be like to live in a home in which they would want to raise their children. We also dedicated one of 18 schools in which 30,000 children, the most valuable asset of this hemisphere, will be given their opportunity to study and to learn and to build their lives. In 1960, your distinguished president, Dr. Yaris Camargo, addressed the United States Congress, of which I was a member. He spoke of the need of the American states to work together to conquer the evils of poverty and injustice. He called for participation by the United States. And later in the same visit, he said, and I quote him, that it is necessary to make a supreme effort in every country, with the cooperation of all of the others, to prevent Western civilization from being threatened within the very stronghold that has defended it. Those warnings of your president have been heard. The cooperative effort of our great three nations has begun. And the stronghold of our civilization, the individual dignity of the individual free man, has begun to strengthen the bulwarks of freedom.
En 1960, vuestro distinguido presidente, el doctor Lieras Camargo, habló ante el Congreso de los Estados Unidos, del cual era yo miembro en ese entonces. Habló de la necesidad de que los Estados americanos trabajaran conjuntamente para erradicar los males de la pobreza y la injusticia. Pidió en ese entonces ayuda a los Estados Unidos. Y más tarde, durante esa misma visita, dijo, y cito sus palabras, es necesario hacer un supremo esfuerzo en cada país, con la cooperación de todos los demás, para evitar que la civilización occidental se vea amenazada dentro del mismo baluarte que la ha defendido. Estas advertencias de vuestro presidente han sido oídas. Ha comenzado ya el esfuerzo cooperativo de nuestras naciones libres. Y el baluarte de nuestra civilización, la fortaleza que es la dignidad del hombre, ha comenzado ya a fortalecer este bastión de la libertad.
No American has contributed more to this progress than your president, who is universally admired as one of the great statesmen of this hemisphere. As a principal architect of the Rio Treaty and as Secretary General of the Organization of American States, he has striven to perfect the inter-American system, which was the dream of the man who once lived in this house, Simón Bolívar. And recently, his bold initiative has strengthened the OAS against those extra-continental forces which seek to impose a new tyranny upon the Americas. As your president, he has restored democratic government, strengthened your economy, and worked within the free institutions to improve the welfare of all Colombians. His concept of progressive democratic government is at the heart of the Alianza para el Progreso, and I leave this country tonight strengthened in purpose and understanding by his wise counsel.